Jungkook looked towards you and smiled slightly when he saw his handkerchief extended towards him. He took it from your hand. Thank you. You smiled. You're most welcome. Now shall we go? Yes. He walked ahead while you also picked your purse and blazer before following him. As you both walked inside the office, you both were greeted by the employees. Recently, the two big companies have merged together and you are working in the position of managing director while Jungkook took over CEO's position, as he was already in that position before your marriage. It's been a month only and you decided to continue your work as you're not the type who likes to sit at home and do nothing. You're pretty ambitious. You both walk towards your offices. We have to pass these documents to higher-ups. You look through the data while adjusting your glasses. Does Mr. Jungkook have gone through it? Not yet. I thought to show you before handing it over to Secretary Kim. You nodded. I don't see any problem. You can proceed further. Thank you, ma'am. You smiled and gave him the files. He was about to leave when you stopped him. Manager Yoon, he turned towards you. Yes? If you don't mind, then I'll take this file to Mr. Jungkook's office. Oh, sure. He put the file on your desk while you smiled slightly. Thank you. He left while you looked at the file. Jungkook used to be a role model and you were already his fangirl, but not even in your dreams you thought you'll become his wife one day. That's why not only you love him but you have a huge respect for him. You knocked on the door and came inside but stopped at the door when you saw he was having some conversation with his secretary. You decided to wait outside until they finish. He looked at your sign. Soon they finished their conversation as the secretary was leaving. He stopped near you and smiled while you bowed. Hello, Mr. Kim. Nice to see you, Mrs. Choi. You smiled. He left and you walked inside the office where Jungkook already had his eyes on you. You could have messaged me. There's no casuality when it comes to work. You said, coming towards his desk while his lips slightly curled up into a barely noticeable smile. What was that? Data to be submitted to higher-ups. He took the file from your hand and looked through it. Shouldn't it be brought up by the manager? There was an awkward silence from your side while he lifted up his head when you didn't speak for a while. Are you there? You looked at him and smiled. Actually, Manager Yoon came to me asking for a quick go-through, so I decided why not give it to you by myself. My schedule is not busy today. So you already checked? You nodded. Then there's no need for another look. He said, closing the file. But at least check it. Maybe there must be something you don't think is right. Jungkook looked at you. I believe in your work more than anything. You could feel heat in your cheeks. I have a meeting in few minutes and I guess I'll be free after that, so how about going home early if you're not up to anything else? Of course not. He nodded and got up. See you later. You smiled and nodded. Good luck. He smiled and nodded before walking away. Are you busy? Jungkook lifted up his face and looked in the direction where you were standing. No, you can come in. You walked inside and placed the cup of coffee on the table while stood still holding your before sitting on the couch. He seems to be doing some work. I made some coffee. Thank you. He picked the cup. You already started working on that project? You said looking at the papers he was studying. Was just checking out. You nodded. It's not how you own the title of youngest business tycoon. A chuckle left from his mouth, making you smile too. Did I disturb? Not really. He chuckled and there was silence for some time. He was looking at the papers while sipping coffee, whereas your eyes were fixed on his face, admiring him. How do you manage to look absolutely hot and perfect always? Your eyes widened when you realized what you just spit out. You could see Jungkook's questioning look. I mean to say, you have such a good physique. You lowered your face before squeezing your eyes tightly out of embarrassment. Jungkook tried to control his smile. Yes, Mr. Min, finalize the deal and we'll hold a meeting to let everyone know about it. This project should start as soon as possible before we lost the opportunity from our hands. Jungkook came out from the bathroom while talking on his phone. He just took a shower and only a towel was wrapped around his waist. But then his eyes landed on you, who was looking at him as if you have become a statue. He ended the call. Are you okay? His voice brought back you to the world from your dreamland as your eyes traveled from his face to his chest and stuck there after seeing a tattoo that you never saw before. Actually, this was the first time you were seeing him shirtless, but there was a name tattooed on his chest. You realized it was the name of his ex-girlfriend that he told you about. Not much because he doesn't want to remember that phase of. Jungkook followed your eyes and his heart nodded. You looked away trying to appear okay when somewhere you felt a little bit jealous, or you could say pain. He picked his bathrobe and wrapped around him. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were in the bathroom. Before he could say anything, you left the door. He sighed. Though you both came office together, but there was an awkward silence around you. You shouldn't be feeling like this because you already told yourself that you have no complaints about his past as long as he's honest with you. Because obviously he wasn't a child and it's not like you never had boyfriends before, but the thing is they never lasted more than one date with you because it wasn't easy to date you, especially when your standards were so high. Kim Nara, what a stupid woman to cheat on a man like him. You chuckled while swirling the pen between your fingers. Well, I should be thanking you that you left such a loyal man for me. You didn't, but I would definitely cherish him for the rest of the life. I don't care about his past. It was all before I came into his life. But why did he still have that tattoo? Does he stop overthinking you, Dumbo? You already ruined all your past relationship because of that. He told me already that he doesn't want his past in his future and present. I should wait for it. Jungkook walked in his office and took out his coat before hanging it behind his chair. His mind has captured the picture of you and the look when you noticed the tattoo on his chest. To be honest, he felt embarrassed and bad too, although he doesn't get the time to explain, nor he was sure that he could give one at the moment. It's been almost a year since Nara has left and he broke up after finding out that she was cheating behind his back. It happened twice even after given a chance. She repeated that again and Jungkook realized that she can't be believed. He was deeply in love with her as they were dating since the freshman year of college and it was really hard for him to forget her. He never gave a thought to this tattoo until today when he realized he shouldn't have ignored it. Even though you didn't say anything, but he felt guilty. He told you that he already left his past behind and he should have left it completely, otherwise it can ruin his present and future too. There was a knock on the door and Mr. Kim entered inside. The meeting is going to be on 12 and we released a notice for all the middle management staff. A team of experts would be there too. We still have 2 hours. Mr. Kim nodded. Cool, I'll be out for a while, so please adjust things in my absence. He doesn't give time to Mr. Kim to say anything and left from there. What's the matter? No matter how much we try to find any flaws, just in case we find that you can do better in particular areas, but you amaze us every time. You smiled and looked down. I just try my best. Didn't I tell you that I trust my daughter blindly? She never gave me a chance to complain about anything. Mr. John laughed a little. I'm glad to have you as the only daughter-in-law of John family. You are a perfect fit for Jungkook. You were called by both of your fathers as they were visiting the company today. They called Jungkook also, but he wasn't there, which made you wonder where did he go, because you saw secretary came a while ago, but he wasn't with Jungkook. What if we gave you the position of vice president? You seems too perfect for that. It was such a big thing to come out of his mouth because he was ready to give you the higher position than his own son who was working here since years. That's very thoughtful of you, Dad, but I don't think I'm the suitable candidate for now. They both looked a little confused. Why? What's the problem? I have started working recently and also I need to gain more experience on the level I am in to be able to become the part of higher ups. Mr. John laughed again. You proved to be more mature and understanding for your age. Do as you wish and we'll always be with you. You smiled and bowed your head. The meeting over and everyone left except you and Jungkook, who was discussing about some aftermath. When it's over, you guys were collecting your stuff to leave when you look at Jungkook. Were you out for a while? He looked at you. You thought he felt like you are invading his privacy and you shouldn't be so into his life as it's not long since you got married. I was just asking cause yes, it wasn't something serious. He said before you finish and sound soft and calm, assuring you that it's alright. You smiled slightly and nodded. Wanna stop by a local restaurant for dinner tonight? You looked at him as your heart skipped a beat. It's hard to know him. Behind the cool face, he's such a pure and caring guy who value and respect relationships. Jungkook knew how much you like local food, and despite of being a wife and daughter of multi-billionaires and also an independent woman by herself, you are fascinated towards local and simple lifestyle rather than luxury. Your school friends still remember you as very chill and bubbly girl who was the same with everyone. The weather was too chilly that you could see smoke coming out of your mouth whenever you exhaled. Your cheeks and nose turned red. You both came to have some drinks before the actual food to warm your bodies. Now you're standing outside feeling the cold breeze hitting your skin, while eyes were moist because of cold. You again thought about the tattoo he has on his chest. To be honest, you just wanted to know why he has this, even though he told you that now he has no feelings for anyone who betrayed him, but somewhere you were curious. Jungkook was looking at you from the window, but then he also came out. He knew he has to give an explanation, although you didn't say anything or asked about it, but he felt the need to give an explanation. Maybe he would feel the same need if you have a tattoo of your ex. He walked behind you and suddenly you felt something warm. He back-hugged you, wrapping his coat around you, pulling you closer to his chest. This moment was really hard to explain. You felt your heart jumping in your throat. This was the first and best hug which you weren't expecting to be so soon. You could feel his warm breath hitting your skin. You both stayed there for so long, completely silent because it was hard to come up with words. Still, your heartbeat was faster than ever. Still feeling cold? He asked in his deep yet gentle tone. After long, you managed to shake your head. He took a deep exhale and rested his chin on your shoulder. You were still struggling to gulp the saliva. Ryan, I'm sorry. For what? There was silence for a few good minutes. You must be upset about the tattoo, right? I should have removed it before this, but because of this hectic schedule and rush, this thing never came in my mind. You already told me that you have completely moved on from your past and you wanna live your present and future with new feelings. That was enough for me to trust you. Can I ask you why you trust me so much? This was hard. It's not like you trust him now because you are married to him. It was always there from the beginning when he became the one and only for you, your role model. You shrugged your shoulders. I don't know. I just know that because of you, my dating life was never peaceful. I always start to compare them with you. That was not possible because everyone is different. So you always know me. You nodded, still standing in his embrace, close to his heart. You could feel his heartbeat. Hmm. Ever since Dad introduced me to you, not in person, but that was enough for me to fall for you. First time when I saw you was on TV receiving the youngest business tycoon award. That was my goal, to work with you, to fall in love with you one day. But I got more than I wished for. He slightly smiled. You turned towards him to look at his face closely. A faithful man is not only loyal to his partner but also to his own values and beliefs. If we are really meant to be together, I don't think I need to be afraid or worried about such things, do I? The look in your eyes was enough to tell him that you are trusting him now. It's his choice whether he wants to keep it or let go. Yes, you never have to worry about it because it's my promise to you that you will never regret trusting me. You smiled and hugged him, but then you noticed there was a little bandage on his chest. Why did you put a bandage on your chest? Did something happen? You got worried and looked at him. No, nothing happened. Then are you trying to hide that tattoo? You both looked at each other for some time before he shook his head. Absolutely not. He opened two buttons down of his shirt and removed the bandage. You saw no tattoo there. You looked at him as soon as you realized. Did you get it removed? He slowly nodded. Didn't you feel pain? There was no need to be so harsh. It was just... You paused when he cupped your face and made you look at him. It was nothing compared to the guilt I felt when I realized I shouldn't have kept it in the first place. I'm sorry, Ryan. I know you wouldn't have minded it, but it bothers me to see that look on your face. When you came in my life accepting no matter what I was, then it's my responsibility to give you the same love and respect you deserve. It's not only because now you are my wife, but because I can never forgive myself if I hurt you. Tear escaped from your eyes. Now there will always be one name, and that is your. I don't know if it's too early or late, but I want to tell you something. I wasn't ready to fall in love again, not ready to trust anyone because mine got broken mercilessly. Then you came in my life and everything changed. My mindset changed. I found myself falling for you and I'm still falling every day. Sorry if I hurt you in any way. You know you would cry, so you hugged him, letting your tears fall without noticing by him.
머리가 희미해 아직도 넌 가슴 깊은 곳에 사나 봐 마음이 아파와 지금도 난 네가 보고 싶나 봐 아픈